Peace and blessings. This is Lisa Marie. Okay, let me get a good place for us to have our little chat. We're going to have a chat. Hope you are well. Hope life is good. If you always see me doing this, I love off the shoulder tops. I love my shoulders showing as much as they can until they don't show anymore, And we talk about like sexy parts of our bodies. It wasn't until I remember doing a class, or I had Mona White. I had Mona White from She Is a Goddess on my one of my intensives. We were co-teaching, and when she talked about like sexy parts, we was like it was our sensuality, sexuality intensive, and we were talking about like looking at and naming those parts of ourselves that we feel is our sexy or our best feature. And she was like, her shoulders. I was like, oh, wait a second, I love my shoulders too. So yeah. Anyway, y'all, I am home. Can you tell? Don't I look like myself? I think I look like myself. I took a salt bath today, a sea salt bath, but it was a short one. It wasn't as long as I wanted it to be because I'm too obsessed with getting the house together. I unpacked all of my clothes. And so what I did was oh my God, it was so wonderful to stay at an Airbnb with a washer and dryer. So instead of packing 30 clothes to come home, I was able to wash all of my clothes. And they're rolled. I've rolled my clothes really tight, in that like nice little, there's all these like packing hacks. And one of them is about like how you roll your clothes, right? Hold on, let's get some air going, like how you roll your clothes, and I do it. But it's funny, I laughed, I said, you know who taught me how to roll my clothes so well? It was actually my mother. And my mother's now passed, but my mother taught me about clothes rolling. So I just think that is so freaking cool that my mom would know that. And that was, wow, I don't know, early 2000s maybe. So, but what I did was, because everything was washed and everything is basically sent from the same similar stuff that I'm gonna take to Colombia, Cartagena, Colombia, I decided to just kind of like, I have a basket where I put all my summer clothes in, the clothes I'm gonna wear when I travel. So that's great because now it's all clean, it's all ready, it's already even folded. And all my like toiletries, I kind of broke them down so it's easy to get to. I'm becoming a much better traveler because at this point it should be basically your suitcase. You pop everything in, and you're ready to go. So I'm excited about that. There's so much I love about being a travel vlogger, and there's also things that I realize because I'm new to this travel vlogging situation thing that I am learning that it's hard to be a travel vlogger. And one of the things is this actual showing emotions in real time. And because it's real time for me, but once it's recorded, it's the gospel to my viewers. So a lot of things, and let me explain to you first who I am. I am a black woman who love other black people. I love black history, black culture, black excellence, just black love, black in every way. And I love the celebration of our people. That's why I'm going around the world. Right now, I'm focusing on the Americas to find the black presence, more so the African presence, and retention of things of African origin, whether it's through the food, the dance, the language, the culture, the people, and every time I go somewhere, it opens up of what that entails about the African retention and presence. And also, though, I'm also traveling to heal myself. And I'm realizing now that the healing, y'all, is way deeper. The healing is not just the healing from the last relationship or past relationships. It is actually deep wound healing. It is intergenerational healing. And when you dare to go to any country and make a decision that now you're going to look for the African presence in that country, even though you're going into countries where they're not maybe feeling that African, right? Or they don't identify themselves as African. You got to understand, first of all, it's a culture shock because you're shocked because your eyes see one thing, but sometimes what the people feel about themselves is another. So then what more stuff comes up for you? It is the kind of idea of white racism, white supremacy that Frances Cress Welsing, check out YouTube video, Frances Cress Welsing, she talks a lot about white racism, white supremacy, and also the fear of white annihilation. That Europeans, because America. I remember reading this article. It must have been. I feel like it was like at least 15 years ago, where it started saying that America was not going to be white anymore, that America was going to be basically black and brown, and how that has happened. I'm living to see how that dynamic is changing. And so Francis Cress Welsing, and I truly believe too that kind of, if you think about that, if you're basing racism, white supremacy is based on a system that keeps you as a person, a black person, in this case particularly, in a sense, always under the poverty line, or under, the economical, or under the educational line. So not enough education, not very greatly educated, or financed, or anything. And so, but the fear is, what happens if we really, especially America, the so-called superpower, right? The so-called first world country, what happens when that country, now the biggest one that was ruled or living or thriving in a sense through racism, white supremacy, becomes more black and brown? Oh my God. So that's, and how believe is this, so there's a threat, there's a fear, always have been, that there will be not enough white folks in the world. And when then somebody like me go out in the world and go, well, I could see where the fear would be, because blacks and brown people outnumber so-called white folks. This is not a racist thing. This is a fact. Look it up. It's not even unfair to say. But then I come in, feeling proud and black, and start seeing that I was hoodwinked. Not only did I, because I lived in the United States all my life, and I was here when it felt, at least it felt white dominant. If it wasn't, it felt it, but the numbers say it was. Here I am not knowing that, that the world, I've heard about it, but that's one thing to hear about something, another thing to actually experience the world as black and brown. Very like the concept. So you're going to all these places. You're dealing with growing up in school, and growing up hearing about slavery, seeing your black face on it, and not knowing that slavery took place around the world, and that most black people are from the continent, and they came to the Americas. They got to the Americas through force and through slavery. And then you go to these Latin American countries, or these other American countries, not just Latin America, and you see that everybody's mostly black in the country, and you realize, OMG, because then you realize that most enslaved Africans were actually brought to Latin America and the Caribbean, and not the United States. What? So then your eyes is like, well, you know that, but then you actually see it, and you see it speaking French and Spanish and English, and you're like, wow. And they look like you, and some don't believe they're you. They say they're everything but you, and then you got to go through that shock, And then you go to a place like Sapelo Island. You go to a place like Sapelo Island in Georgia, Samaná in República Dominicana. You go to places like Tobago, and then you go OMG, or even Trinidad as well. And then you go, oh my God, not only does black people exist in these other countries, other parts of the Americas, but they really do look like you. So then the you is me. So the you now is not anymore just this black woman, but this dark woman, because everything about you and your country, you've told that you were not the desirable, that you almost felt like the minority, even the black folks, even though you were not even in the United States, but you felt like it. So all your issues around that you thought was healed is really was not. It was patched up. It was wound and it was bleeding. And now you go to a country and you really see yourself as a dark woman. You really go places and say, oh my God, you mean, I know in America, I remember working at a prison called San Quentin Prison in California. And it was so obvious that you would be a fool not to recognize that. I would go into prison. It was called Arts and Correction, and I was teaching a creative writing class to all men. So I'm in the men's prison, creative writing, and my male partner actually my mentor was actually there with me. He got me in, but and you start to see, so there's a building maximum security where you can still see the people. You can see them hanging out the window or even just on the grounds, maybe minimum security. I was in all of them. And you go, oh my God, you see all the black men and they are pitch black. They look like mandingos. You know what I'm saying? They look like they look like the strongest. They would be considered what they would call the bucks back in the days of slavery. You almost can't believe men like this exist because you don't necessarily see these men walking down the street. But when you go to the prison, you see, and it's very specifically the chocolatest ones, the biggest, the strongest. It's like the ones that can make the babies, that can continue the race. Remember about the white annihilation, right? Destroy, I mean, of the fear of it. Well, and then you see these black men that you know can make about 25 babies. Easy. I mean, by themselves, one each can make 25. You know, this is like the strongest of the gene pool. You know what I'm saying? Like just the same way they picked certain black folks to mate with certain black folks or to breed so they could have so-called stronger slaves. OMG, it is the wake up call of wake up calls. And you go back home and it's the most shocking thing in the world. Then you start looking at life and looking at all the homeless people, and you go, well, why are most of the homeless men and women that I see are very, very dark? And then you go back to Francis Cross Welsing, and you start understanding the fear of blackness, the fear of the black. And you may not say it's a difference between the colors, but the white man certainly believes that, and he's more fearful of those that are darker. Now, keep all that in mind. So then you still thinking you're the minority, but then you go through all these countries and everybody's black. Even if they're not dark skinned, they're brown, they're lighter, but they're still got African features. So now your mind is totally blown because now you realize that not only was your dark skin and as a black person in general, all black people, but then me particularly, is not just not ugly, but it is what is most feared. It is what is most not talked about. And then you understand every attempt of way and the way it rears its ugly head, racism, white supremacy, how it shows up in our lives. And then it trickles down. Then you see why magazines. It was Kelly Rowlands that said the reason why they was never putting her on the face of the front cover of magazines, they told her dark-skinned girls don't sell magazines. Look it up. It's a quote from Kelly Rowland. Then you start understanding why, certain men talk about, I don't date black girls. You hear rappers say that they dark skin, but they don't date. And then you realize, oh my God, it works so well. Racism and white supremacy needs you to hate your darker skin, even if you're not dark skinned, you're supposed to think that dark is ugly, dark is bad, dark is not good, right? And then so all this stuff opens up. So then comes the vlogger like me, who is shocked, who is proud, who is amazed, who is like, oh my God, these countries that I keep going to, the people are this beautiful chocolate, black color that's all even, and oh my God, they look like me. And I was thinking about too, but you're told that your blackness is bad, that your blackness is, black, get back. Remember, brown stick around, light, you're right, and white, you're right. So your mind is going, but wait a second, I'm over here, and like, I look more like, everybody look more like me than I do than the people do in the U.S., although the U.S. do too, but they're locked up, they're homeless, they're in institutions, there's a whole bunch. Go to places in the South, Columbia, South Carolina, different parts of the country, Sao Paulo, like we're here in this form even. And then you start hearing this stuff about people doing DNA testing. They keep saying, well, most black Americans are mixed. And you go, but I'm not. I was 98, 99%. Like, I'm not. And Oprah wasn't either. And then you're going, well, what's going on? Like, who's lying? Who's telling the truth? My eyes certainly are seeing what I'm seeing. And then I express that on YouTube in a real emotional way because it is like I'm seeing it and it's shocking. And the people that's watching me are on their couches and they're not in these other places and they're not having these experiences. And they don't understand that you're being raw. As soon as you felt the feeling, you turned on your camera to express it. Not fleshed out, not truly understood, not totally comprehensible, just a feeling, and people get upset. It's hard being a travel vlogger, especially somebody that's going within. People will unsubscribe. People will think that you're starting something. I'm not. I'm going through the healing. I'm going through the releasing of the trauma of a as a dark-skinned black woman who was constantly told, "You so black, you midnight, you're burnt toast, you dark and ugly." Like somebody say, "Oh, like some people would say like they would hear black people say to them, "Oh, you're pretty for a dark skin girl." I ain't never heard that even. I ain't even heard you pretty for a dark skin girl. Okay, when I was young, everything was black, black, ugly, black, black is ugly, black. No, not even pretty for a dark skin girl. Okay, none. I knew I was beautiful because my mother told us about Africa and showed us pictures and always put that in our heads. And I thought everybody else was crazy. What the hell wrong with them? You know what I'm saying? But can't understand that a part of you starts feeling lesser. Now, I never was a black girl that wished that I was lighter skin or browner skin. I never, that just wasn't me. I really thought that my color was my best feature. I loved the way colors would look on my skin. So I didn't have that same issue. But I still didn't know that everybody else in the world mostly looked like me, particularly in the Americas. I had no idea. I had no idea. I had no idea in the way that I saw it and I experienced it. I didn't know. And so I come on and share it. And it was I can look at my subscribership. A lot of people unsubscribe, and it was after I did those videos. So I'm not going to apologize for the videos. They were real. They were my part of my discovery, because it's one thing to be a black woman, but then when you have to represent all black people, it's kind of not even fair for one black person to do that. What I can only speak to is my experiences and my experiences as a dark woman. But I mean, the good part is like I've had the most amazing experiences being this chocolate. I'm gonna tell you this thing. So there was when we was in Tobago, right? And that's kind of like an overview, right? There were in Tobago, it's a small country. And yes, when you arrest people, you probably want to arrest people with money because everything that to get out of jail, you have to pay a fine. And there was a sister where I was that she was black and white, so she was clearly biracial. And anybody on Tobago would know she was biracial. They know she's not just all black. That one is obvious, especially in a place like Tobago. And it tends to be even in our it's the status wise the even in the islands you can look at this like South Africa too. The darkest people have the less money, so the people born black or dark skinned. And if you have a white parent, then you actually have a little more status and you definitely have more money. And so there was a white woman that was a half black, half white woman with us. And it was a lot of people, and a lot of folks was smoking weed, which is not so unusual in the Caribbean. And other people probably even had weed in their pockets. Um, I was near them and I was around them and I was actually in the corner with them helping a brother with what do you call like a injury that he had to his arms. So then the dogs, the sniffing dogs come and they sniff the corner. Of course, they can smell a whole bunch of weed. Now, it could have been anybody over there that had some, but I noticed the cop goes to the mixed girl, the only one there. Everybody else is pitch black, including me, not saying a word. Basically, they arrest her for having weed. And I couldn't understand how I was so glad I was over there. So I mean, they could arrest us just for all being there. You know what I'm saying? It could have been like anything. But what I realize now, and somebody helped me to realize, first of all, I wasn't talking. I was so black, I looked just like the people there. He most likely thought I was a native. He went straight to her. He didn't ask anybody else to go in their bag. He didn't ask anybody else to produce ID. He didn't ask them. He went to her like he was planning on going to her. He found a little weed, and of course he arrested her. And other people admittedly said they had it too, but not to him, not to the cops, not to anybody. but afterwards. And what I thought was because I wasn't talking, because some friends said to me who goes to Caribbean a lot, they say in small countries, you're not going to make money arresting locals. You're not going to make money arresting locals. They don't have the same money to pay the fines to get out of jail. It would make sense to arrest a foreigner. But because I did not talk, I did not look like a foreigner. I looked like the people. So it was, I didn't have anything anyway. I did not have anything on me. I would not do nothing that ridiculous. I would not do that as far as, no, I'm not stupid. I'm not saying that I don't indulge in weed or haven't indulged in weed. I'm not saying that. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna tell you that I did not have anything on me. I did not have any. I didn't have near me. No, it wasn't me. But I was there and everybody else was, and other people had some too. And what my friend was telling me was, no, he knew what he was doing. He arrests her. She's going to have money to get out of jail. And she is. And she did. And she stayed for the whole weekend. And I was like, oh my God, but if I talked or said something, just because he felt like it, he could have just said, well, you over here, I'm going to take you in too, you know. And I was, but I was more on the side. But he never even saw me. He never even saw me because I was black like the rest of them. And he wasn't looking for no black folks. He looking for some people with some money. And he figured that this is the foreigners or the visitors have the money. My blackness have saved me in other countries so many times. Just being walking through a so-called neighborhood that wasn't too cool, but I didn't know I was with somebody else. But they looked at me and like they thought I was one of them. Happened to me in Trinidad a lot when I didn't talk. They'd be like, "Oh, are you a local? Or where's you visiting your parents?" Or what I'm trying to tell you is everything told me that I was a mark. And when I go to a country where everybody looks black, I'm not such a mark anymore. I look so much like the people that they don't really bother or deal with me because they don't think I probably have anything because I'm probably just black and possibly poor like everybody else. I heard Siempre Ambi Gonzalez talk about this when she was traveling black in Dominican Republic, other places, and how I saw it when I was in Dominican Republic. Like the Haitians that were selling stuff, we were at one of these monuments or something, and the Haitians, black people, of course, would sell. They went right past me. They didn't try to sell me nothing because they thought I was one of them and figured I ain't had no money. They went to the white girl that I was with and the white girl that I was with. I mean, it's the most amazing thing that traveling black is good. And in many countries, it's normal. But you don't realize how normal it is until you experience. My black has saved me from situations, circumstances, neighborhoods, and everything because most of the time they didn't look at me as any different than the people there. It's a crazy way. I feel amazing. I feel joyful. I feel happy. I've had people listen to me more because I was dark skinned in another country, believe that I possessed some magical abilities, believe that I was gifted and third eye was open and spiritual, looked at me as Mama Africa and wanted to know what I had to say, what my opinion was. And some of my other friends, they kind of teased them, especially if they was biracial. And I'm just sharing experiences with you. But if you judge my experience or it makes you feel bad because you're not dark skinned, I'm not trying. I would never want to do that to you. I'm trying to say I'm happy finally in my skin totally when I thought I was already so happy to discover that OMG. I live in a country where every time I grew up, everywhere I grew and where I went, the lighter skinned woman or the virus woman was always preferred. And so I'm going to other places where my black skin is actually saving my life. Saving what? Like what? I could tell y'all incidents that will be in my book when I do it that literally happened to me. I am expressing emotions. I am releasing, letting go. I don't want every video to be our lecture and be mad and cussing people out and talk about why I'm not going to stop being mad at white folks. And I don't want to be talking like that all the time. But in a moment, let me do that. That's what I'm going to. That's the healing, the womb healing, the lineage healing that I'm experiencing now. And that's the way it's manifesting. We have to allow those that have feel like they on the bottom to feel like they on the top. It's nothing against anybody else. And nobody said anything. It's just like I'm grappling with they were, and then Spirit just keeps saying they not where you are. They're not even in the country you're in. They're not in that situation, and some not even in the skin you in. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's okay. Express it with respect and love as much as you can, but have your healing because your healing needs to be had. And the only difference between me, my healing, and yours is I put a camera in my face and report it to y'all. And y'all take it like, oh my gosh, she said it, click, 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 click it out. And that's, hey, if it be like that, it be like that. I'm not gonna always be here. I'm not gonna always be, but I'm going to explore the African presence. I'm going to feel better about being African. So of course my color plays a role, even in the information that I get, the houses that I have more privy to homes, black homes than other people that don't look like me, especially other race. I mean, there's things that I'm discovering. It's like this is my passport to the Americas. I didn't know that Colombia, outside of Brazil, Brazil has the most people of African descent outside of Africa, outside of Nigeria specifically. Nigeria, of course, has more. Colombia is the second largest amount of Africans in the Americas. I mean, how cool is that going to be? It's like going home again. And it's like, I think we were taught like, because the DR gives you the illusion that there's black people, but none of them was fully black. They're mixed. And I showed you that that wasn't even true, right? So, and then you go there and you do see, though, there's a lot of mixed people there as well. But then you go to a Trinidad, a Tobago, a Sao Paulo Island, and everybody is looking like you, and you keep hearing that we're all mixed. And see, I'm just trying to say all this is a lie. And the only way to find out the truth in some instances is to go there yourself. I can only give you a smidgen of what I experienced and what I've seen and what I've been through. It is not the subject of light, dark, whatever. I don't want to stay on that. I'm just telling you how great I felt, not just as a black woman, but as a dark-skinned woman. I just cannot explain it to you. And I feel like when you feeling good, you go somewhere like that. It's like when you learn about Black history at first, especially if you hadn't known about it for years and maybe you're like a young adult, and then you hear about it, and the first thing you do is first you get angry and you want to kill the white people, but buy my records first. Anyway, long story, it's a joke. It's a song. It was Eddie Murphy. It was a skit on Saturday Night Live. Anyway, but you don't really mean that, but that's how you initially feel. And then you feel angry, then you feel proud. Eventually pride comes in. You're just like, oh my God, I'm so prideful. I'm so happy. Like, that's where I am. And it was funny today, like I took my bath. I love, the States gives me a chance to pamper myself and love myself in a way that brings out my trueness. And I had to go to the post office because my mailbox was very full. So they took all my mail out my mailbox and they took it to the post office. It's like right around the corner. Everything's around the corner. I'm living in the best location of North Carolina in Durham. And I go in and I come out and I get in my car and this old lady, I'm talking about this lady, was a black old woman, cute lady. She said, excuse me, excuse me. I was like, wow, did I forget something? I don't know. She said, I just want to tell you, you so pretty. I saw you and I was like, who that pretty black girl? You so pretty. She said, I just want to know what you put on your skin. I said, because I was rubbing it because I didn't know exactly. She said, like, what is that? What number is that makeup? I said, oh no, I don't have no makeup on. This, but you mean this? No, I don't have that. She's like, well, I just want you to know you are a pretty black girl. No, she said you pretty girl. She said, you are just so pretty. And I just want to let you know. And I was like, thank you so much. And I feel like that's that pride because people always probably thought that here too. But because I didn't know it, I was around stuff and surrounded by the most negative aspects or the negative portrayals of chocolate people, of dark people in the U.S., that now that I went and I seen the truth, I bet I walk a little higher. I bet my head is actually higher. I bet I'm somehow deep down inside my pride is expressed and shown more than it's ever been shown before. Like I know that was the universe saying, now you see yourself everywhere. The South, you see a lot of people that look like brown, dark, light, like a lot of people that look like you. And it is the most incredible experience. So I think as vloggers, if vloggers are watching, in the end, I know we love our viewers and our subscribers, but in the end, for black people, when you travel, especially to black countries, and you see yourself, this is ultimately for us. It's for you, the individual, and don't you ever forget that. The things that's going to come out of the things that's going to grow from that is going to be beautiful. It's not a self-hating, and it's not a hating others. It's a deep love for your own self, for the skin that you're in. And I'm very proud of myself and very proud of the skin that I'm in. And I love myself very much. And I'm going to continue to love this skin, continue to love my dark skin, continue to love it on others as well. I am blessed. You know, same day I remember too when I was in Tobago and it was the Mr. Sandy and I opened the door because he got his daughter picked me up and his wife, which I didn't know was his wife, picked me up from the airport because she looked so young. She's a vegan. The daughter's a vegan too, but not Mr. Sandy. He old school. He eat meat. And he's like, "You a very pretty woman." And I just thought like, wow, like, you know, and even I give it to Dr. Jesus too, like, y'all, black women, period, chocolate women, don't let it, they know you're beautiful too. Not everybody hates their color, and not everybody hates your color. You are a catch in the world. You're highly respected and loved. They truly believe you possess something, something that they just don't have. And I get that a lot. Like I think if everybody, it's the blackness and it's that pride. That pride says a lot, and that wearing the beads and all of it, it was like, and people would just tell me like it's something you have that people want to respect you and they believe you. They believe you. It was back in the day there was laws that black people are liars. Black people lie, and here we are is what does she got to say? Because I believe that she's going to be truthful. I believe that. And I remember the same young lady in Tobago, like she was very intimidated by her black mother, and I'm calling me myself. It was so obvious, and we all talked about it later, how she was so intimidated by me. She was afraid. She was, and I was so loving with her. She's a young lady. I'm an older woman, so I think everybody my children, and it was the most. It was the time, and I was like, wow, maybe that we were told as dark women that we were less than or ugly. In actuality, they maybe all those people that said that to us really admired us and really saw something in us and really maybe kind of wanted to be us, and you don't even know that. You don't even know that. Changing your complexion. I'm talking about black people around the world, the different countries, the skin bleaching, the skin lightening. Honey, that respect you get, you wear it. It's your badge. And you are underestimating your amazing black self. And again, this is a message to all black women, but of course, as a dark-skinned woman, I have my own stuff that I'm working through or was obviously, and so I'm talking to you as well. And I just wanted to say, be a little more gentler, y'all. Be kinder to your vloggers, understanding that they're going out in the world and doing things that you're not really doing at this point in that way. And at least say, you know what, I'm proud. Like she's going out there, she's doing it, she's taking the chances, sleeping in other people's beds, sleeping with strangers as a solo travel woman, kind of putting yourself in situations that might not always be the best. I mean, just to see us everywhere and to film it, it's just a blessing. It's just a blessing. So I have 44 people on, but only 13 thumbs up. If you're feeling anything in it, you want to give me a thumbs up, that's fine. If you don't, it's okay too. What I don't want to do is on this channel is start censoring myself or changing my style or doing the things I feel deeply. Thank you for those thumbs up that for those that wanted to give it up. I appreciate it so much. I feel deeply. I feel everything deeply. And so let me feel that. Let me marvel in chocolateness. Let me marvel in black, dark-skinned men that actually are married to dark-skinned women. OMG. You don't even see that a lot. I grew up in the United States. Like, no, it's just because opposites attract. But what if you live in a country where everybody mostly looks like you? So you're going to date the women that look like you. So even as a woman that likes black men, and I actually do and am attracted to dark men, but I never really, they were never, it didn't seem like they were that attracted to me in the States. But that is not true when I travel around the world. That is not true at all. Major revelations that I'm sharing with you. Big stuff that's really good for all black people, these stories. And I want to be able to continue to go into these countries and let me have my initial shock. Let me have my initial feelings. It may not all come out right. It may be, I don't mean to offend anybody. I am so happy with my blackness. And I know wherever I go, I will keep seeing it. And afterwards, we're going to have to start asking ourselves some questions. Why are we allowing a system of oppression to keep us bound to, slavery on all its different forms? Why are we not, in a sense, standing up and fighting back and taking what is rightfully ours? Why are we not doing that? We need to do it. We need to do it. So, ladies, I need your donations. I need your support. I got a PayPal, Cash App. You can go to my website, buy one of the beautiful low discounted prices. The Confident class is still on. It's on like hot butter popcorn. And we just started Sunday, so it's still time to join. You got till this Friday, $97. You don't miss anything. Everything's recorded. It's perfect. After it goes live, then of course it's recorded. And wow, um, yeah, I'm a happy woman. I'm in my beautiful home, and that really speaks of me. And I was telling my group that there's something that I recognize. I was in a beautiful house in Dago Martin, Trinidad, and colors on the wall and everything. But I didn't see any images of, like in my home, I got images of blackness, right? And when I was in Tobago, beautiful house, but of course, no African art or black art or images of blackness. The first thing I noticed, and it just made me feel like through the roof happy, was when I walked into my home, the images of black faces, and through my artwork, my masks, things of that nature. Now, granted, in Trinidad and Tobago, the images are all around you. It's in the people. So if you want Africa, just go outside, open the door, and everybody will look like that, and then you don't have to worry. You know what I'm saying? But it still reminded me how much that my place is here to uplift me, that everything that I keep talking about, that Gwendolyn Goldsby Grants, who somebody said just passed this year. She was a psychologist for Essence Magazine. This is back in the day. I did what she said. If you want to feel good about, your dark skin or being black, and if you're not dark, but you want to feel better about being black, get a picture or pictures of the blackest black women or men that you can find and put it on your wall. And I read that must have been over 20 something years ago. And obviously I look around my place now and said, you did it. And it helped me tremendously. If anybody here is watching and you're not necessarily dark skinned, but you're black, but you have a dark skinned niece or nephew or dark skinned daughter or son, or just somebody near you, a coworker that always puts themselves down, because sometimes we'll do that all by ourselves, okay? Or gets teased, or you hear people saying they're ugly, they're going through it. Hook them up first of all to my channel and channels that express the pride and the love, and help them to remember that most people in the world, period, look like them, and make them feel better about themselves, that they're truly not a minority. They are truly the majority of the world. It's the greatest feeling in the world. It's the greatest feeling as a black person. That's number one, to see all black people everywhere. And then as a dark woman, it's that extra little something, that says, wow, this has been the biggest lie ever told. And I liken it to the story I told you about San Quentin prison, because that was a shock. It was almost the energy of all those big black men, and I'm sure the women's prison systems are filled up with dark skinned women too. I mean, majority, I'm sure, but the presence of it was overwhelming in the most. It was energetically powerful. It was like, I know white folks is scared. They had to lock us up in maximum security, because he knew that sperm he was going to shoot was going to make a nation. We are very, very powerful. And when you see the melanin popping in the way that I got to do, it goes inside your system and through your DNA, and it helps you to remember. And it makes you think that, wow, like my girl Chrissy Gale said, what did white people think, or Christopher Columbus when he came to America and saw the people? First, he probably was scared to mother effing death. And secondly, he probably was jealous. And after that, we know he was a horrific man and he did some horrible things to the natives and blacks. And so it must have been kill them before they grow. Like, we just gonna cut off these men and women. We just gonna gotta make them feel like shit. Because if they feel bad, because if they start feeling good about themselves, and if the darkest ones feel good, we really in trouble. We can get them feeling bad, going outside, procreating with others. I'm not against interracial relationships. If that's what you want to do, have at it. Enjoy your life. I want you to be happy. But can you imagine if every black man and black woman had more babies and we taught those babies to love their black self? Woo! Talking about a revolution, y'all. Talking about a revolution. So again, I got 47 people, 24 thumbs up, and I appreciate all 24. If you forgot to thumbs up, you can do it now. Let me check in with my crew. So yesterday I did a video. It was a great video. That's why I'm kind of talking about this again. So for those that say, didn't we talk about this yesterday? I had to let go. I had to delete the video because it was a great video, but at the end, I showed a box with my address on it, and it was out there, plain day. And I was like, no, we just not going to be doing that. That's not going to happen, okay? So I had to delete that video. Good afternoon, Diane. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Shanika. Talia Talks Cute. Thank you. You know, it's a who, what, where, from what? Let's say it together. Tarjay. Hi, or hey, Emma, you are telling the truth, Lisa. Thank you, Joyce. Hey, T. Hardy, hello. Hey, Audrey, greetings. Hey, Lakeisha, good afternoon. Sharon says, this is an awesome talk. Says, thank you, Sharon. Greetings, Candy. Hey, Nexodus66, right at home. Hey, beautiful. Thank you, beautiful to you. Hey, Lisa Marie, are you settling in at home? You have a lot of delicious memories. Blessings says, yes, I am, and I do. And that's, yes, thank you. Carlette says, being of a darker skin is great in other countries. They really know what the real deal is for us. I've only been to Mexico and Barbados, but they do treat you different and better, in my opinion. Yes, thank you. Hey, Tanisha, beautiful queen, thank you. I remember that guy from Fridays. Oh my God, I remember the guy from Friday. Refresh my memory, darling. Erica, hey, Erica, thank you for the thumbs up. You are so pretty. I was drawn to you. Oh, thank you. Good afternoon, says Carlette Lisa. I didn't speak before typing. I love these talks. Thank you. Hey, Beauty Inside and Out. Thank you, Erica. Hola, amor. Hey, blessed by him. Freedom in your truth. Yes, freedom in my truth. Yes, Nexodus. I love that. Says, moving to the South, I've never been approached so much. I'm still getting used to it, and it's been 3 years. I love it, and I walk with pride like I never had before. Yes, ma'am. 13. Yes, bless by him. Yes. Carla says, don't change a damn thing, Queen Lisa. Thank you. Goddess Ashe says, you are a definition of the divine feminine goddess. You walk in your truth. I love you, Queen. Thank you, Goddess Ashe. Next to this says, I'm truly happy and grateful for you. Keep leading by example. Thank you. Sharon says, I'm so proud of you, Lisa Marie. Thank you. Hey, Elena. Hey. I keep getting on late on these vids. Elena, this one's going to stay up. Hope to catch up on chat. Yes, please. Arnita says, you are going to have so much fun in Cartagena. I went with my homie in May. We had a blast. Palenque is wonderful. Keep enjoying yourself, sis. You are inspiration. Oh, Armana, thank you so much. I feel it. I feel this feeling, y'all, of true excitement about Cartagena. First, I was like, kind of still like nervous, like, remember that thing, like Spanish-speaking country. I don't speak Spanish, but I will get it better, and I will get it enough that I felt comfortable enough in the DR. I'll feel comfortable in Colombia. And Spirit's like, you did this already. We over that. No more shock going to a Spanish country. You was in one. I added up. I was actually in the Dominican Republic between the two times for 10 weeks. That's a long time. 10 weeks in the DR. Like, that is pretty damn cool when you think about it. And like, if he was like, they say Cartagena is black anyway, and honey, I got this new style. I'm about to put, it's going to be some extensions. You're going to be like, yes, it's going to be beads, all over the place beads. They're going to be like, you good. Next. Next. Who else over here, So I'm very excited. I only doing it a week, But, because I just finished this trip and I need your help, your donations help. I would stay longer in countries, but every day means you got to have another day to pay for the Airbnb, another day to eat foods, another day to take the tours because I'm going on a Palenque tour where you actually pay and then get on the bus and you go to the tour. So I'm going to do the tours because I do get to see a lot during the tours, and I want you all to see. I really want you to be like, yes, Cartagena, Colombia. Like, I want you to go. And I do want to use my Spanish. I love that I'm being forced. The Airbnb family that I'm staying with, because I read it, they only speak Spanish, but a lot of people that come stay is English speakers. So it's not like they don't know you. They know, they don't probably know. I don't know if they know any English, but doesn't matter. They know that I don't know a lot of Spanish, and by then I'll know more. But it will force me, just like the DR. The DR, just being around it was like my accent was better because I understood the language in a different way. And even now, it's coming back to me. I listen to Spanish music, I watch Spanish videos, like I'm all in, and I should. Okay, hola, ¿cómo estás? Buenas tardes, because it's buenas tardes. Yes, estoy aquí, estoy feliz, estoy muy feliz. I am very happy, dia. Dia? Today? I forgot how to say today. But, pero, no. Yeah, pero. Is that pero? Pero, yeah. See, I can get my accent back. I'm working on it. And I'm calling my teacher today so we can get on. And I've decided to dedicate 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, to going to the library. I'm going to open up my Spanish books, and I'm starting from page 1 so I can refresh my memory and remember and learn what I don't know and don't practice so much what I do. And I'm ready. I'm ready. I just need a Spanish person to talk to every day, or at least a few days a week. I do need that, but I don't want to just finish the Spanish or learn my Spanish just for Cartagena. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Like, I'm so ready. Like, my goal 2020 is that I want to spend a significant amount of time in a Spanish-speaking country. I would love to do 3 months in a Spanish immersion program. And I don't necessarily mean the program. I mean living in the country for 3 months and be immersed in the country where I have to be forced to speak Spanish. I would love to do that. Colombia could be it, but it could be the DR again because I love bachata too dang much. Oh my God, bachata. Something about bachata and me and bachata, like I could, like, yeah, something about it. I be trying to listen to other Spanish music and I don't know what happens. Like, my mind just goes right back to Anthony Santos, and then there we go. I'm down the bachata trail. I love that music. That music, it just frees my soul. But there's some beautiful, and I just started listening to it on YouTube, some Afro-Colombian music that is ritualistic, and the sound is amazing. Also, I'm excited about going to Colombia, particularly Cartagena, because I want to dance salsa. So this trip, I was telling my group, I'm going to have fun. Like, remember, I got the message to loosen up. So I'm loosening up, y'all. I'm loosening up. And what I loved about the DR was the dancing. The dancing. Thank you, Jesus. The dancing. Like, I want to dance. I want to dance salsa. I want to have fun. I want to speak Spanish. Latin countries, I'm not going to even lie to y'all, they excite me. They excite me more because I don't know the language. And that feeling of learning something new, tell me if that's like you. Thumbs up if learning something new makes you excited. Because for me, that not knowing, like, that kind of is exciting. And then start talking Spanish and people understand you and they be like, hey girl, you pretty good. Like, buena, like, yes, sí. That's the Dominican way. Sí, all three. Sí, yes, I just, like that, estoy feliz mucho. So I love that. I love that. And the idea, I don't know, it's me, like, we just talk about losing it up. Something about, I love black men, everybody. Woo, woo. I'm divorced, by the way. I'm divorced. Yeah, actually, I don't know talk about it, but actually, I'm officially divorced. Like it wasn't really official, but I'm officially, like it's in paper writing, everything is settled. I'm officially divorced. So right now I'm feeling really happy. But I love black men, but black men that speak Spanish, like I didn't know until I went to the DR, and then I'm getting ready to go to Colombia because it's that same face, but it's got a different language that come out of it, and like it's just sexy, and I just oh my god, and actually black women that speak Spanish. That's why I watch a bunch of YouTubes of black people speaking Spanish. Oh god, my biggest dream right now is to be a black woman speaking Spanish fluently. I want to be that black girl. Not just black men speaking Spanish, black women speaking Spanish. I want to be that black girl. I want to be that black woman that speaks Spanish. And I would be like, yes, yes, morena, negra. Ooh, and I love that when they say morena. Oh, I love when they call me that. I know it's silly, but I just be like, are they talking to me? He's talking to me. He's talking to me. Oh, okay. Like I'll never forget. I was on the bus going from Puerto Plata to Jarabacoa. And like I said, when I was in, and it was wait, I had my ticket, and I had to wait for a seat, and I was at the end of the bus, and the bus driver was at the front. He's like, Morena, Morena. And I was like, who is he talking to? It's me. I loved it. I loved it. And then I remember too, walking down the street, like, hey, Morena, muy bonita, but bonita Morena. Oh, God. And then when I got to Jalabacoa, which, a little complexion changes there a little bit there, but very friendly, nice people. I really like Jalabacoa. It's the taxi drivers, and they trying to get you to get on the taxi. It's like, negra, negra. It's like, oh, I don't went from morena to negra. Love it. Okay, I'm done. I'm so done. Like, I am just, yeah. Latin American countries, y'all. I get too excited, and I love the English-speaking Caribbean. Do not hesitate, but I speak English already in my country, so it probably is natural that I want some other one. And yeah, so that's my story. I love you. I'm very excited. So we got 3 weeks. We got 3 weeks, y'all. We leaving around the 1st, okay? So, and I got a 10-hour stopover in Charlotte, so I'm gonna go hang out with my cousin. It's my sister's cousin, but she's my cousin too. For 10 hours. I'm gonna chill out with her, get some rest, and come back to the airport. And coming back, I got 10 hours coming back. I'm gonna go chill with her. I'm learning a lot of things about buying one travel tip, and then I'll let you go. Travel tip one. There's only one. Think about when a lot of times you can get a cheaper ticket to a country traveling when you have like these really big stopovers, even though it's not really that far. Take advantage of them. Sometimes if you stretch it out and say, I'll have a stopover that's 15 hours, 20 hours, you think, oh, that sounds horrible, because it can sound really bad. A lot of places, I've heard this from another sister, that country that know you got to stop over, the airline will hook you up with tours in the country that you stopped over in, or the state in my case, or the town, especially international ones, for free. Or you can see another country for free. You got 20 hours, go out in the airport. Go have fun. Go have a drink. Talk to people. Practice your Spanish. Whatever it is you're doing. And then you just had an experience. And you could say you spent 10 hours in another country. Just the ways of thinking of traveling, it's in my blood. Like now, and this is another thing. How do I travel? Yeah, I do the same thing I do. I keep telling you, it's not about more money. No, I know that's not true. My money's, I got to work every day, just like you, to get a paycheck, but you're going to get the same paycheck, and that's kind of called steady. Mine is, I don't never know, right? Some good months, some not. So I got to work in a different way, but I was gonna say, because the damn thing. But what I was saying was, this is what I do. So if I had the same $100 that I would buy that shirt or that outfit or that, I don't buy it. Do you get what I'm saying? If I was gonna go out or eat out dinner, then I don't eat out. Like if ever I was to spend my money on, like some of us, you got shoes on your feet, they cost money. The bag that you purse wear, I don't care if it's not expensive, it costs money. The shirt, the earrings, whatever, it costs money. What I do, I used to spend the money on those things. But those things are not bringing me the joy that traveling does. So if a ticket is $350, especially if I go out late at night and find a video, sometimes I just go inexpensive places to travel. And I'll look at it. If one of them interests me, got some black folks in there, then I'll buy the ticket to that place. So I just take that same money that I would spend on other leisurely things and I just take it to buy a ticket. Like it's that serious for me. Like I need to always have a ticket. I want to always be traveling and actually I want to stay in places for a little while longer, you know. I got to figure out how to do all that when I'm, paying rent here, but I try not to think about that. And no, but I know a way. I'm going to start taking beautiful pictures. I'm going to create a picture book. My girl Janae definitely told me about it. I'm going to have travel books and guides. Since I talk about the beauty of the people around the world and the places that I've been, then I need to show it and so that we all our esteem can all go up. I got all these picture books on my table that I buy. I need to create my own. I can see right now in Tobago be like it's called Store Bay. Them same beautiful brothers that I got pictures up on my Facebook and Instagram, and put Store Bay Tobago and the brothers. Just don't have to say nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just experience. Trinidad and Tobago. Oh my God. Trinidad and Tobago, like it opened me up. I'm full fledged all the way in this travel lifestyle and the finding of the African presence. I'm all the way in. I'm all the way in. I'm ecstatic about life. I'm ecstatic about the journey. Anytime I get a piece of money, I'm gonna buy a ticket somewhere. Like I've heard those videos where they say I'd rather have experiences than things, and yes, I felt it, but I didn't understand. I didn't know how to make it happen. Now I think we can have it both because the things I want, I can get it in other countries. And I was thinking about it. I was so blessed that what did I buy? This earring, I bought this nose ring for my girl Crystal Gale, and these earrings. Look at these earrings. These earrings are stunning. This is Sherelle, the other Trinity sister you did not meet from Tuna Puna. This is stunning. But I was gifted the beautiful bottle. I was gifted the waist beads. I was gifted all the rings. Like you could have everything. You could have things that are more meaningful. And when I do get extra money that doesn't go on a trip or on an Airbnb, another thing too, as you travel more, people fall in love with you and they say to you, listen, we can do this another way. We don't have to do it the way we doing it. We can make this cheaper for you. After a while, you're just going to have people giving you guest houses because they think you're going to be an asset to their community. This is a great, amazing, wonderful life. And I am divorced and I'm living my life. Like this is amazing to me too. Don't say anything like I'm like you. Like, oh yeah, I do this all the time. Yeah, like I'm like, what was that all in there? But when I'm here, we gonna have parties, okay? We're gonna have gatherings. I want to have sister gatherings and have the phone on and you come together. I want to continue to introduce you to people. Chrissy Gale, she was a Carib. Ariel. Oh my God, like I love y'all. Trini, I got it for you. Even my brother Clyde, that's my friend. Like I can go to Trinidad anytime and best believe somebody gonna put me up, okay? I got that now. So and Tobago. So Tobago, I got some plans for Tobago. So, because we are doing our retreat in Tobago. Like, I'm going to tell you that already. We're doing our retreat in Tobago. So, don't look any further. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Oh, yes. Thank you. Was it that long? Wow. Yes, Erica. Hey, Eric. Thank you for the thumbs up. Congratulations. It's Candy, Afro Latino. Yes. Yes. Oh, yeah. I love him. I love him. I love that whole vibe. I mean, that, yeah, I love it. Let's not talk about the other stuff that go with it. But like the, possessiveness, machismo, yeah, yeah, okay, we'll leave that out. But the, it's a great life, and it don't have to cost a lot. Where's just all priorities? I think what I am the most precious resource that I possess right now is that I have time and that I'm location independent. That's why I can go, because then you can get tickets in January when nobody else is going to the Caribbean in January or February, because that's not vacation peak time. You getting tickets for nothing. And the good part is in the Caribbean, it's still a beautiful rainy season. That means rain and sun. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing. The weather still is freaking amazing. And I just love that. Like, love that. Like, you really don't have to be home too much, you know. And I'm going to do better, though. I'm going to do better. Like, now when I do, if I say that I'm going anywhere for 4 weeks, best believe I'm splitting it up. So next time should be Trinidad or Trinidad, Tobago, and then St. Lucia or Grenada, which I really want to go to. One-way tickets, one-way ticket to the next one-way ticket back to Trinidad. Like it's such cheaper ways to do it where I'm still being able to come home to the States, because you see, like I can't lie, like this is one day I took a bath today, a sea salt bath, spirulina, and it wasn't even a long one. And I feel like I look like me. Like the way I return back to myself here, this part of my journey is necessary. Unless eventually that, I find a place or there's something in me that says I'm ready to take the plunge and create my home base somewhere else. And I will never say to you that's never going to happen. Right now, I'm enjoying coming back home, but I don't know if that's always going to be the case. That I might be like, I got this Spanish thing down. I want to be in the Spanish speaking country because I want to deck out houses everywhere I live. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. So, anyway, y'all, if you felt anything, your sister's getting ready to go away and she needs some help, okay? Please consider making a donation. There is nothing too big or too small. PayPal is amazingly helpful. Cash App is too. You can buy something off the website, so you get something and I get something. You can join the next intensive, and just wait. I got other things coming. I got a lot of things in the pipe. Remember, I'm getting ready today. I'm gonna get on one of these editing. I'm gonna get my iMovie. I'm gonna download it back to my iPhone, and I'm gonna practice on editing a video. It's gonna be very short, and I'm gonna put it up and show y'all. I'm gonna get my language thing down. I'm not done, and neither are you. And I hope that I inspire all Black women. I love my sisters. My daughter is light skinned like her father, and she is beautiful, and I love her. And her father, or actually all my men's have been light skinned. That's just what was always attracted to me, and there you go. So I love Black people. I love all of us in all the shades, the size, the colors. I love seeing another Black woman. I don't care if she's light skinned, brown skinned, dark skinned. I love you. And I'm here for you. And if I get specific, let me have that just for a second. I ain't never seen nothing like this. I ain't never seen nothing like that. That Tobago one, see that Tobago blow your mind because it's the way, it's just how they walk, and it's just this, you like, hello, hello, like, I thought I had pride, but god dang it, like, yeah, I've had some great experiences, so I love y'all. I love y'all so much. Let me get my last few comments. And yes, I really do. I'm looking forward to a retreat. Oh, Kenny, yes, we're doing Tobago. We're doing Trinidad and Tobago. But we're going to spend a significant amount of time in Tobago because Tobago is very, very, they're both amazing. St. Vincent, yes, honey. When I was talking to the TT rideshare driver, he said St. Vincent got to go. And I got a friend from St. Vincent who always been telling me for years that I should go to his country. I'm going. I love you, my sister. I watch you a lot. Peace and blessings. Thank you, Anya Akua. Thank you. Hey, Tasty Island Cuisine. Get some sponsors. Yes, honey, let me tell you. Let's put it out there. Thank you. I'm glad you flowed with who was attracted to you instead of getting mad about who isn't. I'm tired of women streaking themselves doing that. That's true. That's very true. I agree with you on that. And I do. I love all my brothers. So let's talk about sponsors. Let me tell you, Airbnb, you should sponsor me because I think that Airbnbs are so freaking incredible. And the people I got to meet and the love. Do you know my host made sure I got home and said, hey, we don't know if you got home yet. Like, text us. And I did. Like the love that I get, I mean, sponsor, I would do anytime. Also, I'm telling you, Teva, Teva, they make like flip flops. As a traveler through the world, going through water and oceans, them shoes never pop, them flip flops never. I'm walking long, they the best shoes I ever had. And I got them from like TJ Maxx or something like that. Like I'm just saying, like I want sponsors to sponsor me for stuff I really care about. Like I think there's some good shit out here. Like I do. You know, there's these packages. You know how like you want to pack and you want to pack compactly? Well, they got these packs that you can put certain things in to roll your clothes in and then pack the packages. And I just saw it. So I'm gonna start buying some for my travel. And if I like it, I would love for that company to sponsor me as well. There's a lot of things as far as traveling that I love. And I just think that we should be talking about this. And I think travel for self esteem, I don't know if I hear anybody else talking about that. If you are, good for you. Traveling for self esteem as a Black person, it is your esteem is raised to heights that I've never been at before. Ever. There is somebody for everybody. And when you travel out the country, you see that very clearly, and it's a beautiful sight. So I would love to have sponsors, and I'm working on it. I'm working on the sponsors, but right now, y'all could be my sponsors. I mean, just don't forget that. If everybody watching this, if 43 people gave me $5 right now, like that would be, let me add that up. 5, 10, 15, that's 5, and then a 1 is 4, and then 5, 10, 15. What is that, like 200 and something dollars? I don't know. That would help tremendously. So right now, y'all sponsor me because I'm bringing the videos back to you. I'm bringing the information back to you. I'm going to places that you are saying you should go there. And when you go, take the tour. I'm doing all of that. And I felt like in Trinidad, yeah, the first week I needed some time, but I thought I was showing, I was hoping that camera was coming out. I was like, yes, 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 because I really wanted y'all to get it. Have you ever been so like OMG, like OMG, I'm watching this blue green water, like they need to see this, like this is Tobago, because I don't see a bunch of people talking about Tobago like that. Or even when I was in the DR, Samana, I was there. We had the children, the old people, we stopped on the side of the road. I'm playing the music, like I'm sure, let me tell you, like fond memory was, it was me and Jesus. We were going to where we always go into town, wherever we were going, we always going somewhere. And we always stop at the side of the road where we call it the coconut man. The man that sells the coconut, he's expecting. I get it every day. It was a brother. And I remember we were playing the merengue típico. And that's that song that I just absolutely love. I remember the coconut man, he had his machete in his hand and he was and oh my God, like that's a memory I will never forget. But now the new me would have photographed him. I'm gonna photograph him anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm into that. That African came out in him. I mean, he was obviously Black. I mean, he wasn't like a no-brainer. It wasn't like he looked mixed. He was Black, right? But just those things that I captured that I'm bringing back to you. What about the brother, y'all? The brother that was the Tobagonian. Remember the brother that was the Tobagonian? The one that he cleans up in front of the stores, the roti store, and then the grocery store where I buy my fruits. He's like his picture, like his face, he is to be in the coffee table book. You know what I'm saying? Like he need to be in the and then all the captains, the brothers that was working on the Cool Runnings, the boat that took us to Pigeon Point and Nylon Pool, they in the book. What about the Black women in the kitchen? You ain't see 3 Black women in that kitchen serving up the cuckoo, callaloo, the provisions. They in the book. They in the book. Like what? I'm gonna call it Black women in the kitchen, and all 3 of them. So right now, y'all could help to sponsor me, and y'all could say, well, you know what? We sponsoring her, and she is delivering. She is bringing us the pictures. She's bringing us Chrissy. Chrissy was important to me that you all would have privy to her. You don't think, like, when I was, every time I've been in Trinidad, I actually looked at the Trinidadian women as kind of reserved in a way, right? And so, and kind of traditional, whether they had their traditional belief systems or religion. And then you meet a Chrissy. Chrissy reminds me of Black assistants from California, but she woke with the spirituality and the yoga and the existential thinking, but also like a sister from the East Coast with her knowledge, ain't stupid, ain't been played, no more broken men. That's what my girl said, like, and this girl is in Trinidad. I was considered the Trinidadian women to be even conservative, except for Carnival. That's why I think they bust loose, right? Very covered in a sense, decent. And she came out with her short shorts and her thong. I was like, oh, yes. Get your life right now, Lisa Marie, because this is who you, and Ariel. Like, they were not what I was expecting or what I thought of as Trinidadian women. So I had to bring her. They came to interview me, and this is like I could cry inside, getting chills. And I wound up saying, no, the world needs to know you. And Ariel, whenever you're ready, Ariel, I call you Ariel, but I think it's Ariel. You let me know, because I love you too. I love both of you very, very much. And thank you for showing you turned it out. Y'all was like sister girl. The connection with these sisters, y'all, ooh, just chills through my body. It was on. I got my groove back, and this time it wasn't because of no man. It was because of my sisters. My groove is all the way back, all the way back. And then, did you see me get my body rubbed on the Store Bay Beach in Tobago? By a local, what? And my booty, my bumper was immortalized in the sand. Come on, sand sculpting. We're going to do all that during the retreat. You're going to get your whatever you want part, lay on that beach and get yourself sculpt, and then take a picture of that bad boy and be like, if you ever forget how beautiful you are, do that. Let a man rub some sand on your body just because he is enjoying it just as much as you are. And then walk away and have a nice day. You ain't got to do nothing else. And give him something because he did a good job, So Tobago is everything. It lends itself for a sister retreat. It lends itself for that. They got the tourism there. It's small. Just stick around. Stick around, ladies. Stick around. Okay. Yes. Do you have videos on how to get started as a travel blogger? That's a For the Love of Beauty. I will start doing that, and I will put things in the playlist. I don't actually have it because it kind of happened like everything else in my life. Since my whole 10 years on YouTube, my career has always happened with me just talking about stuff and then it turned into something else. But I will start making sure that I title them that way so you can easily find them and create a playlist. Hey, Sheila. Hey, Lisa. Your speeches are always awesome. Thank you. You're welcome. They may have affiliate links on their sites. Always check the bottom. I will, for the love of beauty. Let me thank you because you're right. Anna Akua says, right on, my sister. Thank you for the love, beauty. I want to start. Your channel is inspiring and loving. Yes, good. Hey, faith in him. You should. I inspire. I encourage you to do it. Hey, Tatiana. Hey, Queen. It just getting off work, just tuning in. Hey, queens and kings and queens. Hey, darling. So yes, y'all. Just so the record, we're gonna summarize this little talk today. I love all of my sisters. I love all of your black. You right. That African is in us. Well, and I love it. If you light, you brown, you dark, and you African, thumbs up. Raise up your voice because we are all. This is representing all of us. And I just always want you to remember that I'm here for us all. I just had to y'all gotta understand, I was in a shock. I was just like, this shit keep happening. I keep going to these countries and the people say they not black, but not only are they black, they actually dark and this stuff. What? Oh my God. And I was told that I was the last. And so, just let me, this is some stuff. Wait till I go to Colombia. I could already see, I'm gonna be like, y'all, wait. And I'll be like, I'm gonna have my camera be like, yeah, so how you doing, brother? Okay. Hola, ¿cómo estás, hermano? ¿Cómo estás, hermano? How you doing, brother? Okay, because I got to talk Spanish today. Yo quiero tu hablar, sounds so gringa. En español, siempre. I want to talk in Spanish always. Okay? Okay. All right, ladies. Hey, HTHTV3. Love ya. Greetings to you. Play it again. It's a long video, but I think it's worth it. Please donate. The sister that donated that over $100, and you know who you are. I want to thank you so dang much. That happened like a week ago, but it just, and for those that gave me $5 and $10, I want to thank y'all too. That's what I'm telling y'all. It all counts. You just don't even know it. Oh, okay, darling. Do the replay. That'd be excellent. All right, y'all. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go on my Afrocentric Home Decor and Style channel. I bought a few things for the home. Okay, it's very simple little stuff, but those simple things make a difference. And I want to share with y'all. So give me about an hour or so, and I'll be over there. I love you. Everything in the description box. The link to the confidence course that started that you should be a part of, 21-day intensive, my PayPal link, my Cash App link, the links to the website. Go buy something. And also join Patreon, because I got a video for Patreon users tomorrow, behind the scene. That little story I told you was the short version. I want to really get into it. But so glad you did show us your travels. For those that can't travel housebound, it means the world literally. Oh, thank you for that. That inspires me. That inspires me that you, and thank you for all saying that you all feeling inspired. Like you're like, keep going, girl. I'm going to Colombia. I want to go other places. Help me. And your donations can do that. Love you, ladies. I'll see you all in the next video. This is Lisa Marie of the Blackberry Beauty Transformative Academy. Ancient African wisdom for the modern sister. Love you much. Mwah. Peace and blessings. Paz y bendiciones.